everybody. Today we have a quick and easy, no standing required yoga flow. So as the name has suggested, you don't need to stand up at all for this yoga flow, and yet we're still gonna get a really good rejuvenating and strengthening sequence going. So if you're ready, let's get started. You can just get started in a seated position first, in a butterfly pose. So bring your feet together, knees apart, and we're just getting started. So feel free to just be in a very easy position, so you can slide your feet forward and just be easy. You don't have to move your feet all the way up, but if you're already pre-open your hips, feel free to do so. But we're just gonna be here for 5 breaths as we hinge forward. Okay, so take a deep breath in, lengthen through your spine, and then when you breathe out, try to keep a straight back sensation and just hinge forward. And just keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose. Breathe in and out, in and out for 5 cycles of breath. Nicely done. Keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose. And once you're done, take a deep breath in, come back to the center. From here, you're gonna open your left leg up into straight leg. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through your spine, and then when you breathe out, rotate your upper body to be facing that left leg, and we're gonna hinge forward. Breathe in, and when you breathe out, hinge forward with a straight back sensation. Just keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose. And hinge forward as you open up your left hip. Okay, just keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose. From here, you're gonna rotate your upper body to be facing me to come into a side stretch. So just keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose. And try to reach for those left toes. Okay, just keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose. And when you breathe out, bring your head forward and come back into seated position. From here, you're gonna kick your right leg out. So opening up your right hip, okay? Take a deep breath in, and when you breathe out, rotate your upper body to be facing your right leg, okay? Breathe in, and when you breathe out, hinge forward. Keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose. And just feeling like with each breath, you're gonna open up that right hip a little bit more. All right, from here, rotate your upper body to be facing forward. And a side body stretch for a couple more breaths. The whole time, just keep thinking about reaching for those toes and feeling the stretch on the left side of your body. Nicely done. All right. And then bring your arms forward and then come back. Okay, so we're gonna come into a tabletop position from here. So make sure that your hips are stacked right on top of your knees, and then your shoulders are stacked right on top of your wrists. And now we're gonna be here for 5 breaths. Breathe in, arch your back, breathe up. And then when you breathe out, round your back, breathe down. 4 more times. Breathe in. And breathe out, and then in, and out, just for a couple more breaths. Feel free to really exaggerate the rippling in your spine, and just feel loosening up with each breath and each movement. Nicely done. Okay, from here you're gonna come into a downward facing dog. So just lift our hips up and just put pressure into your hands and your feet. Okay, and then we're gonna open up our shoulders a little bit. So really sink into your hands and then try to push your shoulders back towards your legs. Okay, so you should be feeling a lot of shoulder opening if you're doing your downward facing dog right. All right. Nicely done. From here, we're gonna come into a forearm plank. Okay, so your forearms are on the mat, and then your feet are on the mat. You are doing a core workout, So it's not gonna be easy, but we're just gonna be here for 3 more breaths. So just keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose. Breathe in and out, and in and out. One last time, breathe in and out. From here, a dolphin pose. Lift your hips up. Come into a dolphin pose. Okay, so if your shoulders are feeling a little bit tired, feel free to drop your head onto the mat to support you as well. Okay, so just stay here for 3 more breaths as well. Breathe in and out, and then in and out, and in and out. Nicely done. From here, you really come into your hands, so come into a full plank, and we're just gonna be here for a couple of breaths, okay? So it's called a plank pose, so really try to make sure that your whole body is in one plank, so in one line, okay? So if you feel like your butt is protruding, bring your butt down, okay? If you feel like you're sinking into your shoulders, okay, so really lift your hips up. You can check in the mirror to make sure that you're in one plank and just stay here for several more breaths. Okay, just keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose. And then our suffering will be over after one more cycle of breath. Just keep breathing in and out. In and out. From here, you're going to get into a side plank. So get onto your left hand. And then rotate your upper body to be facing me. And your whole body is actually, front side of your body is facing me. Okay, so your feet can be either stacked on top of each other. See how the heels are aligned? Or you can stagger them a little bit. All right, and then we're gonna add some dynamic movements in here, okay? So hold for just one more breath, breathe in and out. And we're gonna add some movements. So bring your elbow to be bent. So bend your arm, and then we're gonna try to dive down with your right elbow. Try to even touch the mat and get over to your hip. All right, and just 2 more breaths. Breathe in, open, and when you breathe out, try to reach for that left hip, and just one more time, breathe in and out. Nicely done, and come back into a downward facing dog from there. Okay, if you need a little bit more relaxation, feel free to come into a child's pose instead. But either in a downward facing dog or a child pose, we're gonna just stay and paddle and relax for a little bit, and then we're gonna get on to the other side, okay? So we're gonna come back to a plank first again. Just hold there for a couple of breaths. All right, once again, make sure that everything is in one line. And then after one more breath, your suffering is over, or your new suffering will start. We're gonna get into a side plank. Okay, so just put all of your weight on your right hand, and you're gonna either stack your feet together or stagger your feet apart. We're gonna hold in the set plank for just 3 more breaths, okay? Breathe in and out. Just keep breathing, okay? So that's gonna make your suffering go away faster. Now once you're ready, take a deep breath in, and when you breathe out, bring your left elbow towards your right hip. And just for 2 more times, breathe in and out. And in and out. Nicely done. And then come back into a downward facing dog or a child's pose. Nicely done. Okay, from here, really get into your shoulders, okay? You're gonna lower your knees, keep your hips elevated. We're gonna get into this puppy pose. Okay, so hips are stacked on top of your knees, and then you're gonna walk your hands all the way forward, maybe until your forehead is on the mat, so that you're really stretching out your shoulders, okay? A really good relief after all the shoulder workouts that we have done. All right, just for a couple more breaths. Breathe in and out, and then in and out. Nicely done. All right, from here, you're gonna come into downward facing dog. Okay, from a downward facing dog, we're gonna transition onto our backs. So you can either walk, or if you're feeling fancy, you can hop and cross your legs and come to your back. Okay? Once you're on your back, we're going to do a couple of bridge poses to activate your core and open up your chest a little bit. All right, take a deep breath in. Make sure that your knees are set right on top of your ankles and your hands are firmly on the mat. Take a deep breath in. And when you breathe out, lift your hips up in a bridge pose. Nicely done. Okay, just stay here for several more breaths. And if you want to open up your shoulders a little bit more, you're going to bring your hands together and tuck your shoulders under for a bridge pose. All right, hold here for a couple more breaths. And then untuck your shoulders and release your hands, and slowly, one vertebra at a time, you're going to lower all the way onto the mat. Nicely done. Okay, from here, we're going to do some scissor kicks. Okay, so we're going to kick your right leg out, hold on to the back of your right thigh, and then kick your left leg out. And then you're just going to switch the legs. Okay, so hold on to your right thigh, left thigh, right thigh, left thigh. For a couple more breaths. And then release. Nicely done. Bring your knees to your chest. Okay, and then you're going to open up your knees and come into a happy baby pose for a little bit to counteract the back bend that we have done with a bridge pose. And then we have a side body training. Okay, so bring your knees together, and then you're going to hover your head over to be reaching for your knees. Okay, from here we're going to do some bicycles. So kick your right leg out and bring your right elbow towards your left knee. And then switch. And then switch. And then switch. For several more times. So move at the rhythm of your breath. Just keep breathing. Just keep breathing. Nicely done. For just about 2 more breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nicely done. From here, use the momentum to come into a boat pose, okay? So you're gonna come into a V shape. Make sure that your chest is proud. Your legs can be straight or they can be bent. That's completely fine. But if you wanna challenge yourself, come into a V shape, okay? And then, as I mentioned earlier, if you want to be in the perfect alignment, try to make sure that your legs are in one line and then your upper body is in one line, okay? That means that your chest needs to be proud. And then you're going to engage your core a lot. For just 2 more breaths, breathe in and out, and in and out. And then knees to your chest, and then just rock up and down to release any tension in your spine. And then we're going to do a supine spinal twist before we close out this quick and easy practice, okay? No standing, as I promised. Okay, so with your knees to your chest, you're going to kick your right leg out first. And then open up your left arm to the side. You can also come into a cactus arm. So that will be a 90 degrees angle in your left arm. Breathe in. And when you breathe out, make sure that your left shoulder is still firmly on the mat. You're going to bring your left knee towards the right side of your body. And then bring your gaze to your left hand. Okay, just keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose. For several more breaths, breathe in and out. The whole time, make sure that your left shoulder is firmly on the mat. In and out. Just one more breath, breathe in and out. Nicely done. Both knees to your chest. All right, switch sides. So kick your left leg out this time, and then open up your right arm. So either all the way to the side, or you can come into a cactus arm. Okay, so 90 degrees in your right arm. And take a deep breath in. Make sure that your right shoulder is firmly on the mat. And then bring your right knee to the left side of your body. Okay, just keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose. Breathe in. And when you breathe out, look towards your right hand. Okay, keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose. Breathe in and out. Just a couple more breaths. Breathe in and out. And one more time. Breathe in and out. And then both knees to your chest. Give a little squeeze, and then bring your hands to the back of your thighs and just rock up and down to let loose of any residual tension in your body. And then with the momentum of the rocking, you can come into an easy cross-legged seated position. And we're just going to close out our practice with a couple of breaths. So just keep breathing in and out deeply through the nose. And one more time, breathe in and out. And then let loose, shake everything out. And you're done with our practice. We didn't even have to stand, but you feel it in your body that you're rejuvenated and you're ready to tackle the day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time on the mat. Bye.